begin.
Okay, big, muscular, sweaty men are just some words to describe the NFL. What words I use to describe the NFL are sorrow, stress, and most importantly, enjoyable. You see, as you can see by my jersey, I'm a Steelers fan. I've been a Steelers fan for 19 years, watched almost all of their games, and I can say with utmost confidence that the NFL has brought me sorrow after my team loses, brought me stress during a 2-minute drill and we're down by 6, and most importantly, being able to enjoy every minute of watching an NFL game. So, now that you are, Now you may be asking yourself, why is this guy up here talking about big, sweaty, muscular men wearing a Steelers jersey have anything to do with you guys? Well, per my survey, 100% of you heard about the NFL, but only 40% of you know the history and basics of it. So today, I will be talking about the basics of the NFL, the history of the NFL, and the impact it has on Americans. So, now that you know my 3 topics, I will begin by telling you the history of the NFL in two different parts. The first part being before the NFL was established, and the second part being after the NFL was established. So before the NFL was established, the name given to the sport was American football. American football, was, according to Encyclopedia of American Studies, was evolved from a combination of rugby and soccer, which were 2 popular sports in New England in the mid-19th century. From these 2 sports, they took the act of kicking the ball and carrying or running of the ball. Now, the teams that played and hosted these games back in the day were Ivy League schools like Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. And they were all white teams. So, fun fact, my guy here, William Tecumseh Sherman Jackson, was the first black player to play on an all-white college football team. Right, so that was some history before the NFL was established. Now I move on to after it was established. The official date the official year that it was established was 1929, but the first game that was officially played was October 3rd, 1920, played between the Dayton Triangles and the Columbus Panhandles. The score of this game was 14-0, Triangles winning over the Panhandles. And little did they know that game would mark the start of a multi-billion-dollar company. Let us now go 80 years in the future to 2002, which is the most recent change in history. In 2002, they added the Houston Texans, making their 31-team roster now into 32 teams. This was the biggest change in recent history, but something that hasn't changed in recent history is the basics of the NFL. So, according to Oxford Dictionary, basic is the simplest form, or the simplest kind, or the simplest level. So I will not talk to you about the basics of the offense, defense, and team composition. So the offense. The offense has one goal in mind, to score the ball in the other team's end zone. Now there's 2 ways to score. The first way is kicking the field goal, which is you kick the ball from where you are in the other team's uprights. Now, and that's worth 3 points. The second way is via a touchdown. The way you score a touchdown is you take the ball and run in the other team's end zone, or you catch the ball in the other team's end zone. And now if you do this, you will be awarded 6 points and provided with 2 options. Kick an extra point, which is you kick it 33 yards to the uprights, or a 2-point conversion, which is just like a touchdown, but worth 2 points. Now I'll begin talking about prior to them scoring. So prior to them scoring, they have kicked the ball from the defense, and they have 3 options. Let the ball roll into the end zone and proceed to the 25-yard line. Fair catch it behind the 25-yard line and then proceed to the 25-yard line. Or they can decide to run the ball back and go for a touchdown. And now that they have the ball, 2 lines come into play. The line of gain and the line of possession. The line of possession is where the ball starts, and the line of gain is where they have to go. These lines are 10 yards apart. Now if they achieve the 10-yard line, they will be rewarded with a new set of downs. They have 4 downs to reach this. The overall basics of the offense now, I will go over the overall basics of the defense. So the defense is basically the opposite of the offense. Their one goal is to stop the offense from scoring. They can do this via 3 ways: fumble, interception, and a defensive stop. A fumble is when the offensive player drops the ball on the ground and a defensive player recovers it in bounds. An interception is when the defense catches the ball thrown by a quarterback. And a defensive stop is when the defense stops the offense from reaching the line of the game. So, now I will go over team composition. There are 11 players on each side, offense and defense. The offense consists of a quarterback, running back, wide receivers, tight ends, and the offensive line. The defense consists of the defensive line, linebackers, safeties, and the cornerbacks. Those are all the basics of team composition and offense and defense. Now we will go on its impact on Americans, mainly cities. So I'll use Philly as an example. We all drove here, and odds are you saw a Philly sticker, a Philly flag, or a Phillies jersey. In my case, you see a Steelers jersey. Now, I'm telling you this because the impact that it has on Americans is it takes your money, okay? So, in the year 2022, according to Statistica, about 630,000 fans attended a Eagles game. Now, Philly's population is 1.6 million. That means almost half of Philly attended a Eagles game in 2022. And if you take the average cost of a ticket in 2022, according to the Statistica, of $127.06 times by 630,000, that is $80,047,800 that Philly spent on watching the Eagles. So, in conclusion, you should now know some history of the NFL, some basics of the NFL, and the impact it has on Americans.